Alright, what's up? Mystic819, and I actually did it. I have found every single one of those dang prophet bugs. I have scoured the map, if you can see the timer there, for over an hour, just searching meticulously through every part of the map, running into walls, looking for secret switches and everything. So, I looked on the Forge Hub page for the hint, just because the creator makes a hint saying how many are in each part of the map. So there are 5 in the ship, 3 past the ship, but not before the Emerald Cave, which is the last cave, and then 3 in the Emerald Cave, and past into the temple area. So the first one I'm going to show you is you just from the start, from the teleporters, you go up the stairs and then all the way back around to the back. Yeah, I already got this one earlier, but on the bridge, the captain said you need to interact with each one of them just like another object. So crouch and hit X. So that's the first one. The second one was another one I also saw during the playthrough, but I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get to it. It's up there inside of that jail cell where that creature is. I tried jumping from each location to get to it, but that is not, in fact, how you get to it. What's crazy, what's ridiculous, is that on this little platform here, there is a switch. I'm not sure exactly what the switch does, but I assume it has something to do with this thing here. Yep, and there is a man cannon. So, if you take the man cannon, it launches you into this room, and then you get on top, and... Yep. The third one, I could hear it behind this wall, but I had no idea. I tried going below and above, inside this room. It's behind, I heard it, it's behind this wall. And, the thing is that there are lots of invisible, or, walls that you can pass through. So, what you have to do is you need to crouch along this wall, and then you'll pass through it. And on the left side, as you enter here, there will be another prophet bug. Alright, so this one is just up the stairs on the second floor, I suppose you could call it. And there are 3 green windows on each side. And if you notice, shooting those create bullet holes. But shooting these, you notice that this one does not have bullet holes. Well, that's because you can just walk right through it and see well, an unfortunate crew member and the next prophet bug. The next prophet bug isn't necessarily in the ship, but it is on the ship. So you want to go outside after you blow out the windows. You want to jump on top of the ship here and make your way towards the rear of the ship, which would be the higher part. So you want to go over to the opposite side, get on this higher ledge here, and then you want to jump on top of this one. It might be a little tricky to get it, but if you can manage to climb over, you can make your way up, and then behind here is another dead crew member and the next prophet bug. Now that we've gotten all the ones in the ship taken care of, the next one is inside the cave here, the ice cave, the blue barrel cave. And I actually pointed it out in the playthrough, but I'll make sure to actually show how to get to it in this one and where it is exactly. You want to jump onto this rock. You might have to mess around and try to hit A to climb over at certain points. It's not exactly exact. But right there is the bug, and if you jump and you might need to mess around a little bit. If you jump and crouch, you can get in the little alcove there and pick it up. The next one is directly in the next room at this switch puzzle here. If you notice, it doesn't seem like there's anything in here. However, if you go behind the colored tiles, you can see that there are little posts here. If you jump onto them, you can climb up and bam, launch right into a secret room with the next prophet bug and, of course, another dead crew member. Okay, so the next prophet bug is in the lift room. So what you want to do is, from where you drop, you want to take this lift on the left. Now when it launches you off, instead of landing on the one it wants to take you to, slam onto the one beneath it, and it will take you up to the fastest way to get to this corner. And this wall right here has a secret prophet bug behind it. So now we're in the Emerald Cave, and there are 3 more prophet bugs you need to find. And the first one, well, that I found, of course, is in the mess of trees that are really they test your patience when trying to jump across. So you want to try to follow the path I'm taking. Jump across these trees. It's very similar to the path you take to get to the box in the first place. You'll see that the box is up there, but now that you're on this, instead of going to where, be very careful because it's hard to see where you are. You want to jump over to this tree branch and slowly, you're gonna have to jump. Oh, jump and crouch, or jump like a maniac until you get it. You can jump on this little branch right there and jump and crouch and get the prophet bug. Boy, that one is a little annoying. The next prophet bug is also in this area, this cave, but it is on top of this structure. So what you want to do is just follow the path that I take around the back here. And this is the trickiest jump right here. You want to jump around and land and jump up on this platform here. And after that is just a simple series of jumps to get to the top. And of course there's another maimed crew member with the prophet bug. The final prophet bug really had me stumped. I noticed that there are these little platforms protruding from the column here, so I figured that it must be up top. By the way, my jumping skills are very bad, to say the least. So you want to jump out and then back forward. But then when I came up here, I noticed that there's nothing. I noticed there was also one platform on that side, but obviously there was no way to get up to the top. But then, you probably can't tell, but over there is a little blue light. So I deduced that that must be the last prophet bug. So I jumped on this platform, and look at that. There's an invisible platform here above it, and then above that, if I can get to it, I would recommend shooting them just so you have a good idea of where the platform is. And then eventually, nope. eventually this jump is really finicky, and I'm very bad at it. But eventually, you can get up top here, and there is the last prophet bug. Now what happens now is that all the doors are open, corresponding to how many bugs you've found. And I'll show you what is behind each of the doors. Behind number 2 is a face, not too please face. If you get too close, it pushes you out. Behind with a 4 door is one of those scorpion pig big ear things. Yeah. Behind the door for collecting 7 of them is outside. I will return to that in a moment. Finding all 11 gives you a goshawk and a gungoose. Why? For what purpose? Just traveling around, driving around, doing whatever you want, I guess. But what's interesting is that if you come outside door 7, there's kill balls here. Now you're thinking that must just be aesthetic and it just looks cool. There's nothing else. What could they be used for? Well, if you actually use the slam to land on the rings, make sure you get your boost back before trying to get to the next one. If you use your slam to get to each one of these rings, you'll eventually make your way to the bottom. And at the bottom here, make sure you don't get too close to the kill ball, because obviously it will kill you. There is a lift here. This lift takes you all the way up top, on top of these rocks, and out on these rocks there are a couple of things to find, namely a couple of vehicles. So if you follow the path that I take, you want to be careful not to fall back inside of the map or out of the map to your death. That's really what would happen. You just fall to your death and yeah, start all over. So you want to make your way all the way on top of the cliffs to this little area over here, and tucked away, neat, like, you know, in a secluded spot, is a phaeton. And you can just take this phaeton and fly around like a maniac and shoot whatever you want. And also, instead, you don't have to, you could jump from here on top of this and then make your way all the way on top of the temple. And on top of the temple is a banshee. So these are just tiny little secrets, that little extra stuff that the map maker has put in for you to find. And I hope that this guide was able to help you if you weren't able to find them yourself. But there are also there are 3 whales to find out in this part of the map outside. And then the crew members are also considered to be just a little challenge to find every single one of them, because not all of the crew members are found with one of the prophet bugs. But I'm not going to be including those in there. I'm sure somebody or you can find them yourself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed or found this helpful or whatever, and I will see you guys in the next map.